Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez vous asseoir. La cérémonie de remise de prix commence à l'instant. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seat. The award ceremony is about to begin.
You were standing in the wake of devastation, when you were waiting on the edge of the unknown, and with the cataclysm raining down, insides crying, save me now. You were there impossibly alone. Do you feel cold and lost in desperation? You build up hope, but failure's all you've known. Remember all the sadness and frustration, and let it go. The sky had blown the heavens into stars. We felt the gravity of tempered grace falling into empty space. No one there to catch you in their arms. Do you feel cold and lost in desperation? Frustration
Mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, veuillez accueillir le secrétaire général de la World Information Technology and Services Alliance. Please welcome the Secretary General of the World Information Technology and Services Alliance, Dr. Jim Poisson.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the World Youth Summit Awards and the WITSA Global ICT Excellence Award Gala evening. Before I begin, I'd like to have you join me in a round of applause to thank our host, Canada, for the wonderful job that they're doing with the program and this event and their kind hospitality. Thank you. I would also like to thank our WITSA members who contributed to the sponsorship of this particular gala, and I'm going to do that by country. Malaysia, Japan, Mexico, Chinese Taipei, Argentina, you can clap, Digital Europe, United Kingdom, Bermuda, Nigeria, I think I said Argentina, Lebanon, and Bob Lawrence, who was a former Chairman Emeritus of WITSA. Okay, so for those of you who may not be familiar with WITSA, it stands for the World Information Technology and Services Alliance. Now, this alliance is actually a consortium of 84 leading ICT associations throughout the world. And I'm very proud to tell you that consortium represents over 90% of the ICT companies around the globe. So this evening, there will be three distinct award types. We're going to begin with the World Summit Awards. Then we're going to go to the WITSA Global ICT Excellence Awards. And we're going to end the evening with the WITSA Eminent Persons Award. Now, the World Summit Awards. For the first time in WITSA's history, we've been around for quite a while. This is the 18th of our World Congresses, and they happen every 2 years. We have included a very important group that we hadn't really incorporated into our events. And you've heard so much about the youth. So we've invited the World Summit Awards to join us. Now, there are basically two reasons why we made the invitation. One is that we need to listen to the voice of the youth. And the second is to get them in front of you. Because one of the things that we've noticed, or I particularly noticed when I'm working with this group, is that they've not had access to capital. So if you're out there and you have like some of the things you're going to see, I'd love you to be able to talk to these kids and see if you can make it happen for them on a global basis. So that's why I want you to take a look and see the wonderful work they're doing. So at this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you an individual whose organization has perhaps accomplished more than any other to recognize and encourage youth from around the globe to engage in creative, innovative solutions to addressing the world's most pressing problems. But before I introduce you to the chairman, I'd like to recognize Anna Reckenberger and Nora Wallach and the core staff of the World Summit Awards, and the many, many judges who participate in this wonderful activity. Thank you. So Peter Brook. Peter is the chairman of the board of the World Summit Awards and honorary president of the International Center for New Media. He works as a CEO and chief researcher of the Research Studios in Austria. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome for Dr. Brook.
Thank you very much, Jim. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure for me to be here tonight. The reason why we are here is and I want to tell you that little story, is because in the year 2000, the United Nations decided that the issue of what kind of society do we want to have needs global consultation. And they started a process called World Summit on Information Society. First conference in Geneva in 2003, second conference in Tunis in 2005. I was then professor in Austria, and I was asked by the Austrian Ministry of Economic Affairs and also External Affairs, what shall we contribute to this global United Nations effort? And I said, no speeches, no paper, but just examples. And this is what I want to share with you tonight. This kind of Austrian initiative here in Canada, and I'm very privileged to recognize that we have very special guests from Austria. We have the leadership of the Austrian Parliament here, and I say hello to the President, the Speaker of the House of Parliament, Mrs. Silovi, who is here for Mrs. Brammert, Mr. Neugebauer and Mr. Graf. Please rise as the Presidents of the Austrian Parliament. Please get up. I want to show you a little film about what the Youth Award is all about. Because, as Jim Poisson has said, the key issue is not the technology, but the use of technology. And you know, better than I do, that we have innovation rising from infrastructure and hardware up to applications layers and content. Let us see the first film, please. Karna Gupta and François Marin have organized here a conference which is unique, and I've traveled far and wide, because Don Tapscott has provided a narrative around all these events. Let me give you one additional thought answering to what Larry King asked today at lunchtime. UNESCO published 6 weeks ago a troubling figure about the digital age. 19,700 children under the age of 5 will have died tonight from hunger, from extreme poverty, and preventable diseases. The digital age has not fulfilled its promise to them. While we are able to have 1 billion smartphones around the world in our pockets, we are unable to feed 1 billion people. And while we are able to have smartphones in our pockets, which have the computing power of NASA when the first person was put on the moon, we are unable to create equity and social justice, gender parity, and also education for all. What you will see here tonight, and the people who are getting up here on the stage, are not people who are just trying to create awareness, who are not trying to placate things, but who are rising up and using ICT for the one first and outstanding example where the United Nations have sat down to have metrics on human progress and development, the Millennium Development Goals. The people who will be honored here by you, by your presence tonight, are those people who have, with their projects, implemented, taken action for the Millennium Development Goals. Let me show you a second video, please.
fight poverty, hunger and disease. Farmerline. Aloysius Atta from Ghana produced an innovative mobile and web-based system that furnishes farmers in Ghana with agricultural information to improve productivity and end hunger. Music is medicine. Producer Leora Nakama Friedman from the United States uses the magic of online music not only to fundraise for pediatric cancer patients, but to counter the disease and inspire patients, providing them with strength and the will to live. iWatch. Olusegun Fodeke from Nigeria gets to the roots of poverty. He uses ICT to collect promises, plans and projects of the Nigerian government and provides an unbiased open platform to check on political expectations and results. Education for all. Funder. Kumbirai Gundani empowers students in South Africa to take charge of their education by aggregating content for their curriculum when the schools fail to provide it. The Funder community helps them to get relevant, personalized content. Radioyo World Children's Media Network. Fatima Bouladud from Germany works for the Global Radio Network with kids and for kids. With Radioyo, children can use radio and internet as tools for their education and also cultural exchange. Creating smiles, building the nation. Santosh Pudel uses green energy to electrify rural schools in Nepal in a reliable and affordable way in order to connect students and teachers to the global communication nexus and the internet. Power to women. Moraba. Msolisi Sakile Saba from South Africa mobilizes against gender-based violence with a mobile game that cracks macho stereotypes and misinformation around rape versus consenting sex. Got stared at. Staring is harassment, and Dhruv Aurora from India created an online platform demonstrating that the intentions of onlookers cause sexual violence and not the clothes worn by women. I love being a girl. Louise Ratnies from Belgium leads the way. Her website collects testimonies of empowered young women focusing on self-esteem, a positive view of sexuality, and equality in diversity. Create your culture. We Stop Hate. Emily Ann Regal from the USA uses social media for a call to action to stop hate in teens. Stop hating yourself. Stop hating others. Stop letting others hate on you. Teens guide each other through hardship to gain confidence in their lives. Youth languages. Your mobile, your expression. Aldo Arcegorola fights social exclusion of young people in Mexico and invites them to use their cell phones in producing short films to improve their education and living conditions. Fair play. Anti-corruption youth voices. Raphael Shepard from Belgium uses an online music video competition for young musicians to stand up against the culture of corruption globally and its impact on the attitudes of youth. Go Green. Echo Check. Corbinian Kling from Germany developed a mobile app which addresses the scarcity of natural resources with a focus on paper and provides a calculus of environmental impact. Hockey, Shield and Defend. Nathan Muema Masiuko produced a mobile game that addresses the abuse of power in Kenya and the rampant illegal grabbing of massive tracts of land, including game reserves and large forested areas. Climate for Children. Darko Boshinovsky from Macedonia provides multimedia presentations and games for interactive boards in classrooms to involve pupils and teach them about the impact of their everyday actions on climate change. Pursue Truth. Morsi Mita. Amr Sobi and Abbas Adel from Egypt celebrate democracy and keep tabs on their newly elected president. Their interactive website holds him accountable to his promises and monitors his performance online. Budget. Oluseun David Onigbinde uses the web to present the Nigerian public finances in an understandable way at every level of literacy and interest, with the goal to redefine participatory governance. Findia. Maria Kempner and her Austrian team use social and classical media with colorful journalism to get the world out of black and white thinking on India and development issues.
These are the winners of this year's World Summit Youth Award. I'm asking Jim Persson to come up here and help me with giving out the awards. And for each of the categories, we have a very special guest here tonight. For Fight Poverty, Hunger and Disease, one of our longtime supporters and sponsors, Mr. Walter Betschel, the CEO of Telfree Mobile from South Africa. Walter, please. For Education for All, the leading inspiration from Intel regarding education and IT, Martina Roth, the Director for Global Strategy, Research and Policy, Corporate Affairs Group, Intel. Power to Women. The power is in the Internet Society with Walter Rosemann, the Chief Operating Officer. Create Your Culture, one organization which promotes this worldwide and is in the fold of the United Nations is UNESCO. And I say hello to Philip Kridelka, the UN Director in New York from UNESCO. Go Green, the Minister of Information Society and Public Administration from the Republic of Macedonia, Mr. Ivo Ivanovsky, who calls himself also Excellency. And finally, pursue truth, because we come from a country where truth is holy, that's Austria. And I say hello to the Ambassador, Arno Riedel. Please, Mr. Riedel, come here. Now, this is a gala dinner and not a long affair, so I will ask each of the laudators to call up the winners. The winners will be coming up here, walk by, stand over here, and then we take one photo. The whole thing will take 5 minutes, and then you will have been introduced to the winners, and they will get the recognition thanks to you. So let's start here. Walter, please. I keep the microphone, and you speak shortly.
Okay, let's welcome on stage Aloysius Atta and his team from Farmerline from Ghana. And Ms. Kemdi Uvaje from iWatch Nigeria from Nigeria.
In the category Education for All, I would like to ask on stage Jason Mulongo and his team from Funda from South Africa. Fatima Bolundo and her team, Radioyo World Children's Media Network from Morocco and Germany. And Ingrid Brahms and her team from Creative Smiles from Nepal.
For Power to the Women, and by the way, I apologize in advance, I cannot click the name, MX Sahili Zaba of Maraba from South Africa. Louisa Ratnies from I Heart Being a Girl from Belgium. And Saransh Dua from Got Stared At from India.
I welcome on stage Aldo Arcigurola and the team from Youth Languages Mexico. And I also welcome on stage Raphael Shepard and the team from Fair Play Anti-Corruption Youth Voices de la Belgique from Belgium.
I got the category Go Green, so please welcome Corbinian Kling with the Echo Check from Germany. Nathan Mwema Masuko from Haki Shield and Defend from Kenya. and Darko Božinovski for Climate for Children from the Republic of Macedonia.
In the category Pursue Truth, let's welcome on stage Abbas Abdel and the team from Mosimita from Egypt. And Maria Kampner from the team from Findia, Austria.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the winners of this year's World Summit Youth Award. Thanks to Vitsa. Thanks to you. Thank you to Malaysia because we started it all there. Thank you. And let's go to Mexico for in 2 years. Thank you all. And have a nice dinner. Thank you.
Congratulations, everyone. Congratulations again, and Peter, keep up the great work. Thank you.
Mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, veuillez accueillir le secrétaire général de la World Information Technology and Services Alliance. Please welcome the Secretary General of the World Information Technology and Services Alliance, Dr. Jim Poisson.
Thanks again. Okay, well, on behalf of WITSA, I'd like to welcome everyone to the WITSA Global ICT Excellence Awards and Eminent Persons Award. These award ceremonies actually began, they coincide with the World Congress. So we host the World Congress every 2 years. They began in Chinese Taipei in the year 2000. The 2012 award winners have exhibited exceptional achievement within 4 broad categories. And those categories are public service excellence, private sector excellence, digital opportunity, and sustainable growth. Now, in addition to these 4 awards, we have a special Chairman's Award. And this award was picked by our chairman, and it ranked highest among all of the award categories. The way we get our award nominees is they come from our association members and their members. Then what we do is we gather an international group of executives and thought leaders from around the world, and we evaluate those awards. So we take these quite seriously. So in order to win these awards, you have to have demonstrated, the winners have to have demonstrated a high degree of effectiveness in the use of ICT and a high degree of innovation in applying ICT. So I'd like to begin by congratulating all of the winners and all of those folks who submitted nominations for the superb job that they're doing to benefit their citizens, customers, and societies, thus fulfilling the promise of the digital age. Now, at this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce you again. I think you've met him before. It is Dr. Dan E. Koo. He's the chairman of WITSA. A warm welcome, please. Now, Chairman Koo will be delivering the awards, and we've invited the senior executive within the association from which these folks came from to also join him. So, the first award is Public Sector ICT Excellence. Now, government entities and nonprofit organizations are eligible to be nominated for this category. To be nominated, a government entity must, in its delivery of services, use ICT and information and communications technology to improve government's effectiveness in serving its citizens, save time and money in government operations by eliminating inefficient practices and processes, improve access to the quality of services within their government. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to announce the winner of the 2012 Public Service Award, Taipei City Government. Now, here to present the award with Chairman Koo is Mr. James Liu, the Chairman of Information Technology Services Industry Association of Taipei. I'd like James to raise your hand so that people know who you are. Okay, raise your hand. Okay. Now, here to accept the award, of course, the other person who's on the stage is Dr. Shi Shen Chang. He's the Commissioner of the Department of Information Technology, Taipei City Government. Congratulations, gentlemen. Our next award is the Private Sector ICT Excellence Award. All for-profit ICT users are eligible for this award. To be eligible, a corporation needs to use ICT to directly increase their ability to meet its business objectives, improve its competitiveness, and better serve its customers. It is my pleasure to announce the winner of the Public Service ICT Excellence Award, Tiny Eye Therapy Services of Canada. Now, here to accept the award is the CEO of Tiny Eye, and that is Mr. Craig Sutton. All right? And joining him is the president of the Information Technology Association of Canada, who you all know, Karna Gupta. Gentlemen, congratulations. Our next category is the Digital Opportunity Award. A recipient of this award will have to have made a significant impact in providing digital opportunities for those most in need. I am pleased to announce that the winner of the Digital Opportunity Award for 2012 is Vortusa Corporation, Sri Lanka. Okay? Now, so it's my understanding that the award winner was trying to make it in, and you're here. All right. Okay. Wonderful. All right. So this is Mr. Sundar Dara Raja, and he is the Global Head of Human Resources for the Virtual Corporation. And congratulations, sir. Okay. And our next category is Sustainable Growth. The recipient of this award will have to have utilized ICT as a tool to promote sustainable economic growth, improving financial and social well-being without compromising prosperity or well-being of future generations. I am very pleased to announce that the winner of this Sustainable Growth Award, and which, by the way, this is the first time we've offered this particular award, is Green Billing by i.TV of Malaysia. Now, I understand that we have two folks from Malaysia, and I'd like you to welcome Mr. Louis Long, who is the head of the PCOM organization, to also participate in the award. So, Mr. Ahmad Azhar Hari and Mr. Pao Tan Day and Duk Tuk Arzan Mohammed Noor, thank you very much and congratulations. let's have a round of applause for the ICT Excellent winners. Now, it is my pleasure to announce the winner of WITS's most prestigious award of ICT Excellence. That award we call the Chairman's Award. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, this award is the highest ranked award out of all the nominees. And trust me, we get a lot of nominees, if you can imagine 84 countries submitting nominees. This particular award was selected personally by Chairman Koo. It is my sincere pleasure to announce the winner of the 2012 WITSA Chairman's Award. I'm going to first of all mention that Francis Fong, the president of the Hong Kong Association Federation, will join Chairman Koo. And the winner is Easy Here by Logitel Corporation Limited of Hong Kong. Mr. Danny Chung is going to accept the award. So you're Danny, and people know you are, and Francis. Okay. Okay, because this competition is so intensive, we get an enormous amount of outstanding nominees. So I would be remiss if I didn't mention some of the merit winners for you, and we're going to show them on the screen. And I'm going to ask if any of the merit winners, I understand some of them are in the audience, as I read your name, please come up and going to join us for a group photo. So, with that, the merit winners for 2012. Malaysian Administration Modernization Management Planning Unit. It's called Initiative My Identity. Please come up to the stage. Point Ella Community Healthcare Center, Canada. Cafe Alliance, Taiwan. Carbajal Technology, Colombia. Large-scale dissemination of basic skills use, Romania. Emplara Tech Program, Argentina. My Country Village, Bangladesh. Cisco Halidis, Greece. And finally, ICT Office, the Netherlands, for outstanding results in sustainability. Congratulations to all of our merit winners and all of our ICT Excellence winners. I'd like to have you give a hand to the production crew that's doing this work. I think you're doing an outstanding job. Excellent job. Thank you. Now, as the group of winners descends the stage, I'm going to go off script for a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, within our WITSA organization, we have elections for our officers every 2 years. The maximum anyone serves without a re-election is 4 years. 2 years, and the chairman, however, serves 4 years. And then the chairman cannot run again. Now, I've mentioned, and you all know who the chairman of WITSA is. Now I'd like to introduce you to the new chairman of WITSA, Santiago Gutierrez. Please, from Mexico, come up here and say hi. Okay. Now the reason, yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Dan just reminded me I goofed again. There's one more award I'm giving out after this. I thought this was going to be the last one, so bear with me. I know you will. Thanks. Okay, so I'm on track here with this one. All right. Dan, took over 4 years ago as chairman, has done an enormously important job, and he's had tremendous effort in what he's done. He, supported by a wonderful organization, PCOM, congratulations and thank you so much. I think Dan deserves all the recognition in the world. We're going to hate to see him go. He has been a tremendous contribution to us. So, Dan, we wish you well. We hope you always stay close to WITSA. We'd like to give you a special recognition award. And I'd like the new chairman, Santiago, to read the inscription on the award. Here it is.
You're going to need to see that. Well, Jim, first of all, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And since you led the way for going out of script, I'm going out of script, okay? Peter Brook talked during the Young Awards about a narrative. And I was thinking then, sitting there, what would be my narrative to acknowledge Dan's, excellent job, an excellent accomplishment in WITSA? And I thought that I could forget about my narrative at all, and I would read what we collectively in WITSA, placed in this recognition to yourself. But before reading this, I'm going out of script, I'm sorry. I would like to call to the stage to Mr. James Liu, please, from Taiwan. Why do I do this, James? It's not to make you nervous or something like that, but it's just to send another strong message to WITSA members that whatever we do in the future, it will have to be a team effort. Remember what I said? I'm going to be useless as a channel if we don't do this as a team. And given that James and I are the winning formula, or were the winning formula, I'm committing James right now since the very beginning of the acknowledgement of Dan, okay? Then I cannot say anything else but to read this, okay? And you know that I wholeheartedly support this, and I truly believe this. And it says, WITSA, James, Lifetime Achievement Award, Dato Dan E. Koo, for outstanding dedication to the growth of the global ICT industry and leadership of WITSA as chairman of the board, 2008-2012. I got to tell you that I met Dan 2.5 years ago in Amsterdam, and he came to me with some issues regarding some of the regular things that happen in WITSA. And after 1 hour that we were talking in a reception in Amsterdam, we departed as, very good friends. And from there on, I don't have anything else to acknowledge but to appreciate your friendship. And here you are, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to compliment you. We've done this a long time, and I want to compliment you as an audience. You have been wonderful. You've been paying attention. I'm just going to do one more thing and let you get back to your meal. Thanks again. So, a few years ago, the WITSA board decided that, you know, let's kind of break away, if you would, about these types of awards and add one that is kind of a different award. Let's go find people throughout the world that have made significant contributions, not only to ICT, but to mankind. So in 2010, we traveled to South Africa, Johannesburg, and awarded the award we call the Eminent Persons Award to Nelson Mandela. His group, his foundation, accepted this award. And so it goes like this, that a person who's not necessarily related to ICT industry, the ICT, continues to make significant contributions to the betterment of mankind. I am pleased to announce the second winner in the history of WITSA. That person has made a significant contribution to global communications. For those of you in Canada, you know him well. He was the founder of RIM. And the award goes to Mike Lazaridis. And here to accept the award for him is Paul Lucia. And I'd like to invite Paul to the stage to accept the award on behalf of WITSA.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Mike Lazaridis, I'd like to thank WITSA and all of you for this tremendous and wonderful award. Mike has always been a very big champion of education, research and development, and the empowerment of youth. So being associated with this award tonight is a great honor for him. So he thanks you all and sends his warmest regards. So thank you very much.
Thanks very much. You're done. Thank you, Dan. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for your kind attention in this very important matter of awards. Thank you so much.